And hello and welcome to Sound Mind, Sound Body, which is my monthly workshop. And I am Izzy Naud. I am a health and well-being coach for the music industry. I used to work in the electronic music industry during 10 years. I did marketing, communications, events organization. I had a podcast. And then I started my own artist management agency. And at that time, back in 2011, I was all over the place, traveling a lot, not sleeping enough, not taking care of my health enough, and I had a burnout. My body literally said, okay, you need to stop this, and I had to listen to it. And thank God I was practicing Tai Chi and Kung Fu, and Chinese martial arts really helped me to recover my mental, emotional, and physical health. And today I help artists and also professionals in the electronic music industry and in other cultural and creative industries to improve their health and therefore improve their lives. And so today I want to talk about health and well-being on tour. We're gonna go through some strategies so that you can go touring without leaving your well-being on the side. You don't have to choose. It's not touring or well-being, it's touring and well-being. So first of all, I'm curious, when you travel, when you are away from home often, do you have some particular uh, challenges in terms of like sleep, nutrition, exercise? Please share in the chat if you want. Yes, going to bed early, that's a challenge. Eating healthy, yes. Making it to the gym. Mm-hmm. Anything else? And travel in general. Oh yes, traveling, it's like it looks nice from the outside, but when you're on planes often, it just like tires you and being on the plane during long flights, it's like you get dehydrated. This impacts your system, and the food on the plane is not the best. And yes, waiting around the airport, getting to the airport, sitting around. Oh, yes, definitely. All right. And eating healthy on the plane. Yes, that's one big challenge. Maybe one hack is to say you're vegetarian. So maybe that's less worse, we would put it. Or also plan ahead and have your own healthy snacks that you eat before or during the time on the plane. So today we're going to talk about sleep, nutrition, exercise, and also some tips and practices regarding stress and anxiety on tour, because that also happens. So regarding the sleep, um, there's all this challenge when we're moving from one zone of the world to another, and we're changing time zones, and we have to adapt. And so what is recommended is before, when you sit on the plane for a long flight, long distance flight, is to put your watch already at the time of the destination and adapt your activities as if you were already on the time of the destination you're going to. So that when you arrive, you have less problems to adjust. Also, it's recommended to sleep as much as you can on the flight so that you're rested as much as you can when you arrive at destination. Then also there are some tips regarding the sleep issues is to do some practices that helps you connect with your body. So for example, I practice the Qigong of the 6 healing sounds. This is a way to tell my body that it's time to wind down. So having a regular evening routine will definitely help you to wind down easier after a gig, after a long night, and these are like routines which educate your system to say, okay, now it's time to go to bed. Even though it was super intense earlier, and I was at the gig or the festival, and all intense with loads of people. Well, no, it's like telling our system, okay, we're gonna get into sleeping and have one practice. So it could be qigong. Some people they like to meditate in the evening. Some what is good also for other senses is to breathe some essential oil. For example, the lavender essential oil is a very nice one that helps relax the nervous system. And then also listening to some ambient music or some wave sounds. The sound of the sea can be quite relaxing. Sound baths are also interesting, and everything that makes us connect to our senses, to our body, and to gives a message to our brain that it's time to slow down. So everything as putting the screens away, that must be the priority. And get centered and breathe slowly to slow down the system. Okay, that's for the sleep. Regarding nutrition, that's one of the challenges when we travel. It's like we don't always have the food we're used to, and that can be a challenge. When I travel, I try to go shopping when I arrive to a place to have the essentials. So I know that, for example, last ADE, it was very intense for me and I didn't sleep enough. And so what I like to do in the morning is to have this power shot. The recipe is turmeric and ginger, fresh ginger chopped, and a bit of lemon juice and some warm water. And we mix this all together, and that's just like a natural booster every morning. So I really recommend this recipe. Otherwise, taking some um, vitamins, so having some fresh fruit always help. It's handy to have fresh fruit throughout the day and also throughout the night. And so that's also something you can ask on your rider or the artist to have fresh fruit backstage, and maybe nuts also, because the nuts, they help to nourish the brain. And also, in the morning, what is recommended is magnesium. Magnesium helps to enforce the immune system. So I strongly recommend you have some magnesium capsules on a regular basis. And when the food and nutrition that you're served doesn't fit, um, it, please do ask for your options. This is like really a priority, because what we put inside our body will impact everything. Like when we feel a bit down, sometimes it's because we didn't have the proper vitamins. So it's very important to have some amount, a big amount of greens and vegetables and the vitamins with fresh fruits. And And of course, if you like pizza, a bit of pizza from time to time, but not to have it as the general go-to food. And then in terms of exercising, that's a challenge when we're traveling. So for the people who can express their needs and have a rider and or when you book your own hotel, look at if there in the hotel if there's a gym that you can go to, and select the good um, hospitality companies which provides these health and well-being services, like having the gym, having a spa, a massage therapist. That's like always good to take care of yourself, because also on tour we're away from our families and our loved ones, and so it's important to give ourselves self-care and to have the little things that makes us feel good. And that can be, as I said earlier, like having essential oils, and maybe getting a massage, bringing on tour some kind of object. It can be like a stuffed animal that reminds you of your loved ones, and so that there you have some comfort, and so that touring is not so harsh and cold. And in terms of exercises you can do, in case there's not a gym, you can do some exercises in your own hotel room, or in the Airbnb or the apartment you're at. In case it's raining, you can do some jumping jacks, you can do some squats, you can do some splits. Plank is a good one as well. And if you can bring some elastics, some stretching devices, then please do that. And it's important to move your body every day, on tour or off tour, because we have this wonderful container which carries us everywhere, and we also want to take care of it. And I will show you some exercises to get centered and to overcome stress and anxiety. So it can happen that before going on stage you have like stage fright, or for professionals who are not artists, also like having a big gig, there's like a lot of stress, and if you feel like you have to perform the best you can. And so I have an exercise that's a few minutes, and it gets you centered, grounded, and ready to perform at your best. So let me show you this. I will invite you to stand up and separate both feet the width of the hips. And then we bend our knees slightly, and then we inhale and bring the hands up to the level of the shoulder, and then exhale and bring the hands down and press an imaginary balloon inside our stomach. Let me put myself like this. Okay. Inhale, hands go up, and exhale, hands go down, and we press the imaginary balloon. So this is called the chi belt, and it's really efficient in terms of regulating the central nervous system. Hands go up, exhale, bend the knees, and press the balloon. Inhale, hands go up. And exhale, press the imaginary balloon. And what this does, when we concentrate on the movement and on the breathing, it makes us come to the body. We reconnect with the body. We are not in the mind anymore. It's a perfect way to slow down the thoughts. You can close the eyes if you want. All very relaxed, like a wave. Gonna do it 2 more times. Last time. And we concentrate the energy in the dantian, which is an energy point in traditional Chinese medicine, which is below the navel, 3 fingers below the navel and inside the body. And we can close the eyes. All right. That's for the first exercise. Could you try it? Would you like to share a bit of how it went for you? Yes? Went well? How do you feel compared to before the exercise? More grounded. Great. Thank you. Okay. Now, in terms of also exercises regarding feeling anxious or stressed, breath work is a good modality also. So there are 2 exercises that I can recommend. So one is the box breathing. I don't know if you ever heard about it. So it's 4 times inhale, counting till 4, hold until counting until 4, exhale, counting until 4, and still counting until 4. So I invite you to try this one. So let's start. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Repeat. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. One last time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. So this way of breathing also helps regulate the central nervous system and makes us calm down. And when we reconnect with the body, that's when we manage to get out of our head. And another breath work, breath practice is to exhale longer than what you inhale. So there are several theories with that. You can count like five in, five in, and eight out, for example. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale longer. One last time. Inhale and exhale. All right. How does it feel? Okay, interesting. Okay, so depending on the person, some people the breath work impacts them, and others they're not in, they're not impacted so much. All right, and one last exercise. The long exhale is better. Yes, definitely. This is like when we exhale, it really like tells the body that you let go. And so the tensions leave with the exhaling. And a last exercise I want to do is it comes from Tai Chi, the internal Chinese martial art, which the exercise is called move hands like clouds. And this one is interesting because we make movements with the hands which are asynchronous. Well, they are different movements, and so they impact both sides of our brain. So here's how it goes. We're gonna do it, but standing without the steps. One hand just passes by in front of my eyes as if a cloud was passing by. And I watch my hand moving that way. And then when I move my waist, I turn my waist, and when I reach the maximum, the hand changes position and the palm starts facing the ground and goes down. And I caress in front of me, like this, and I caress a cloud in front of me at the level of my navel. And when I turn the waist to the other side, when I'm at the maximum, the hand goes up and my palm is facing my eyes, and I watch my palm passing by as a cloud while I turn my waist. And again, the hand changes position, palm facing the ground, and I caress a cloud in front of me. And turns the waist. The hand goes back up. My palm is facing me. by as if it was a cloud, turning the waist, and the hand goes down. Now the other hand. The hand caresses a cloud at the bottom while I turn my waist, and then my hand comes up and I watch my palm passing by as if it was a cloud. Turning the waist, and my hand goes down, facing the ground, and I caress a cloud in front of me, turning the waist, and the hand goes up, and I look at my palm passing by as if it was a cloud, turning the waist, and my hand goes down. And now we're going to go with both hands at the same time. So one hand is up, and the other hand is facing the ground. The palm is facing the ground, and we turn the waist to one side. And then when we reach the maximum, the hands change position, and the hand which was up goes down, and the hand that was down goes up, and then we turn the waist to the other side. And we change the position of the hands, turn the waist, hands pass by. When we reach the maximum, we change the hands. And we turn the waist. Two more times. We turn the waist. One hand passes by as a cloud, the other one caresses the cloud below. And last time, we change the position of the hands. And we caress the cloud and watch the cloud. All right. And we close. So, I'm curious how that went for you. Was good. The challenge here is that it's a slow movement, because in modern life we're used to go fast, 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 fast all the time. And when we practice Tai Chi, it's just like, oh my God, it's stressing me out because it's so slow. So at first, it's like, this is so complicated because it's like counterintuitive to practice movements so slowly. And at the same time, because these movements are practiced slowly, they impact our central nervous system and makes us slow down. And there's this connection that becomes a flow. And Tai Chi is a Chinese internal martial arts, which means that everything we do, every movement, has a martial application. So it can be like hitting someone, defending ourselves, grabbing our opponents, throwing him to the ground. And as much as Tai Chi is well known for its health benefits, it also has the martial aspect of it, which I love because I started martial arts practicing Kung Fu. And so I love when I teach to explain the different dimensions of Tai Chi. And I'm curious if you have any more questions about these self-care strategies, like how would you plan your next trip? What elements would you be ready to try to integrate for your next trip? I always bring some sleep oil. Mmm, nice. Which one, if I may ask? Not sure. Okay. Is it an oil that you breathe or that you apply on your body or massage your feet with? You put it on the temples. Okay, great. It's a small roll on. Mmm. Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Micah. Yes. Yes, as you can only take the small bottles. True. Yes. And also, yes, I forgot to say, sometimes you can bring also some back flowers, which can help you regulate. Oh, and you have magnesium oil. Great. That's a good one. I have a question. Do you also use the melatonin? Sometimes. Does it work for you? Not really. Okay. So that's very interesting because depending on each person, there are things that work and other things that don't work. I have super bad sleep. Okay. Oh, GABA. Yes. That's a good one as well. Hmm. Okay. It stopped working. Okay. I have a comment also in terms of everything related to insomnia and sleep sleeping challenges. Tai Chi is very good to regulate sleep when you practice it on a regular basis. And as part of this, I want to remind that I'm starting a new program called Foundation of Flow, which is a live online Tai Chi program starting this Thursday, and it's 5 weeks where we will learn the 10 principles of Tai Chi and the main movements. And I will send you the link so you can take a look at the program and see if it's something that fits you. I really recommend it for people who are experiencing stress, anxiety, have sleep issues. Uh, Tai Chi really helps connect with the body, the emotions, and the energy, and it's a way to regulate the nervous system because the movements are very slow, and also it goes with the breathing, so we get into this flow state when we do the movements. And I've been teaching for 10 years and practicing for 20 years. And I love to share this wisdom with my fellow music professionals and music peers. So I'm going to stop the recording